CTV News with Sarah Freemark.
Just got to go through it to get through it. That's the way I look at her. It's a lot of snow coming, and there's lots more to come. So this is Barrie. We're in the snow belt.
That's right. Barrie is bracing for more snow, and people, it seems, are taking it in stride. We're taking a closer look at what's coming and how the community is handling it all. Thanks for joining us. A dangerous day out on the roads with a number of collisions mounting each hour. Residents woke up to slick, slippery roads for the morning commute, with school buses canceled right across the region. Now, this snow event only just beginning. CTV's Rob Cooper has more on how people are dealing with the tricky conditions.
It may be only December, but it feels like Groundhog Day, with snow once again pounding roads and highways. Visibility near nil at times. It was so bad, school buses were canceled yet again, this time right across Simcoe County. This was a common sight this morning, with police responding to numerous crashes and vehicle spinouts on highways and side roads.
It's coming down like crazy, so it's the season, I guess, right?
Plows were out plowing again, catching up from the weekend snowfall, people out shoveling away what they can before even more arrives. Environment Canada says this is an Alberta clipper we're being hit with.
Very fast moving. It left Alberta a day and a half ago and already here.
Philip says this latest storm is far from over.
And we're going to get squalls, not just this light, fluffy stuff, but real squalls with major amounts. So we could see 5 to 10 centimeters today, 5 to 10 tonight, and we're calling for 20 to 30 tomorrow.
People reminded to keep their vehicles topped up with fuel and take extra caution.
You just got to go through it to get through it. That's the way I look at her. It's a lot of snow coming, and there's lots more to come. So this is Barrie. We're in the snow belt.
Snow clearing companies certainly put to work early in the season. Even they have had to navigate winter's wrath.
So it's just a continuous thing. We just got to keep the guys going, send some home to get sleep, bring more back out to keep plowing. It's just a constant battle.
Now, Dave Phillips with Environment Canada says this multi-day snow event is far from over. And if you think it's snowed a lot lately, you'd be right. Phillips says we've had snow 20 of the last 21 days in our region. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Barrie.
And although plows were seen traveling throughout the roads, the slick conditions paved way for numerous collisions. OPP reporting more than 400 in under 12 hours.
The roads are very slushy and wet. Salters and plows have been out, but we need drivers to make sure they're keeping their eyes open and adjusting to the conditions. The on-ramps and off-ramps are particularly snow-covered and slippery. When you take those corners, if you're going too quickly, you can very easily slide off the highway if you're going too fast. So even with snow tires and traction control, it comes down to the drivers doing their part.
Officers are also reminding drivers that it is illegal to pass a snowplow formation while they're clearing all lanes of a highway. Additionally, you can be charged and fined for not clearing snow off your vehicle, especially if it obstructs your view or can fly off and hurt others. Aurelia OPP shut down both lanes on a stretch of Highway 93 this afternoon while crews worked to free a plow. This was the scene after a snowplow got stuck on the route near Highway 11 after driving with its bed raised and hit a bridge. No injuries were reported and no other vehicles were involved. Ground crews are hard at work at Pearson Airport this hour, trying to keep flights on schedule. At one point today, there were 315 delays reported and 27 cancellations. The airport said it is expecting nearly 112,000 travelers just today alone, with more than 850 flights scheduled. A Kleinberg man has been arrested, accused of impaired driving after a crash in Bradford, and it was all caught on camera. So Simcoe police released this footage where the driver is seen swerving into oncoming traffic on Holland Street East. That was on Monday night before slamming into a parked vehicle and then speeding away. The driver was tracked down and now faces multiple charges. 24 hours after the province passed Bill 76 to expand the city of Barrie's boundaries by transferring land from Oro-Medonte and Springwater, we're hearing from mayors of all three municipalities. CTV's Mike Lang reports.
I declare the motion carried.
And with that, the Barrie Oro-Medonte Springwater Boundary Adjustment Act was passed in Queen's Park on Tuesday. Bill 76 will see Barrie take over land from neighboring townships for future growth.
The province of Ontario has been amazing, working with us all locally, both the city of Barrie as well as the surrounding municipalities, to ensure there was a fair exchange taking place.
Oro-Medonte Mayor Randy Greenlaw says the province's decision brings closure to the dispute and allows the township Township to move forward accordingly.
Unfortunately, we don't always agree to agree on the final outcome. We did the best thing in the best interest of Oro-Medonte and the regional marketing area as a whole.
Springwater Mayor Jennifer Coughlin expressed her relief. Her township must still finalize the framework agreement with the City of Barrie.
Continuing to remain focused on the next steps, which is finalizing the agreement with the City of Barrie, and completely confident in the partnership that we've created with them.
In a statement to CTV News, a spokesperson with the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing said in part, the transfer will ensure the Simcoe region can continue to expand infrastructure, grow economic development, and be ready to welcome families to the area for years to come. The Office of the Provincial Land and Development Facilitator will be facilitating discussions with impacted municipalities on the best way to implement the legislation. One point that remains unclear is the province's decision for Barrie's compensation to the townships. Both Springwater and Oro-Medonte are expected to get the compensation laid out in the draft framework agreement, but Barrie's mayor was non-committal.
I don't believe those who tried to put up barriers for Barrie residents to have Barrie jobs should be given the same compensation as those who came to the table to try to help create jobs for this entire region. That doesn't seem very fair to me or right to me.
And it remains unclear when the province will make that determination and when the actual land transfer process will begin. Bill 76 is expected to take effect January 1st. Mike Lang, CTV News, Barrie.
Now, we asked you to weigh in on our CTV News poll discussing the Barrie-Oro-Medonte Springwater Boundary Adjustment Act. Now, the results show strong opposition. Nearly 900 people responded over 2 weeks, with 65% opposing the plan, 19% supporting it, and 16% undecided. Let's go and take a live look at our roads this hour. Traffic is moving along Highway 400 there, but still low visibility. We are expecting that crews will be out salting and clearing those roads. But again, police are reminding drivers to take it easy and give themselves some extra time to get where they're going. And I'm sure that's what our Casey Colby did tonight, because he is out on the road. Boy, we can't miss you, Case. How's it going?
Lights, lights, we need lights. That's what we need to be lights. Hey, how you doing? Hey. We got people showing up here at Puro Clean, all for Toy Mountain, of course, and the snow continues to come down. Be safe out there this evening, wherever you plan on going. If you plan on coming over here and saying hello and dropping off some toys, wonderful. But be very, very cautious. And I want to direct your attention right now. Weather watches and warnings, have a look. And you can see that, yes, that orange area directly, it looks like all of Simcoe County, a little bit of York region. And to the west of us, it looks like hugging the shores of Lake Huron. We're looking at watches and warnings. Snowfall, yes, we're looking at anywhere from a dusting of snow in our region right through to the possibility of 50 centimeters by this time tomorrow. So some get a dusting, some get a dumping. Let's continue on right now with a look at the forecast. First look at the forecast, of course, brought to you by Presler Injury Law. Call 1-800-JUSTICE. -3 as we speak, and the winds, well, they're picking up out of the north, 24 kilometers an hour. The gust as high as about 50 a little later on. How about the temperature outside your glorious residence or wherever you happen to be watching us this evening? Hopefully you're staying warm, because we're looking at a temperature of -4 in Owen Sound, -2 in the Sunshine City of Orillia, -4 in Alliston, -1 in Toronto, and -7 looks like the coldest part of our region up Parry Sound Way. Snow, you say? Well, yeah, there's been a little bit, hasn't there? This is the radar satellite images over the last little while, and that Alberta Clipper continues to send us gifts. Snow gifts, we're going to call it. That's what we're going to call it. But snow gifts, and giving you a little exercise. Perhaps it be with a shovel, or perhaps it be with a snowblower. Take your time. No big hurry. This isn't going away anytime soon, so take your time. Be safe. We're down here at Puro Clean for Toy Mountain. My buddy Luke's over there. People are showing up. It's a beautiful evening, Sarah.
Thanks very much, Case. We'll see you in a few moments. Now, another positive, the fresh snowfall created perfect conditions for Hardwood Ski and Bike Resort to open its cross-country trails today.
This is the earliest I can remember in ages being out here. It's just stunning. It is amazingly quiet. It's so different than when you're out in the rain, the snow is falling, and it's totally quiet and peaceful. It's really remarkable.
With 40 kilometers of cross-country ski trails and 100 kilometers of mountain bike trails, the family-oriented facility offers plenty of opportunities for outdoor adventure.
Right there. Welcome to Winter Wonderland.
It's beautiful. It's such a stunning day, and this is actually our first time out on skis ever. So it was a really great learning experience, and it was just fun to spend the morning outside.
And press with both hands. Lean into and take foot out. There you go.
We operate on approximately 500 acres. We have about 40 kilometers of ski trail, 12 kilometers of snowshoe trails in the wintertime. Mother Nature can be a little unpredictable these years, so anytime we get snow and we're open in early December, it's fantastic. You know, our average opening date here is December 9th, and we've already been open for about 2 weeks. So we're ahead of the game, and things are shaping up to be excellent. We're hoping for a great ski season.
As of right now, all of the trails are open except the Sochi extension. And to help you get prepared for the season, now that it has arrived, it will be hosting their annual wax clinic. That's on Saturday, December 13th. The last of Simcoe County ski hills, Snow Valley, is set to open for the season this Friday, December 12th. Slopes will open at 9 a.m. And to celebrate, open to close lift tickets will go for $50. And if you bring a non-perishable food item for the Elmvale Food Bank, you can save another $10 on your ticket. The Tube Park and Summit Soar zip line will be open the following week on December 19th. Budget deliberations are set to wrap tonight at Barrie City Council, but there's something else on Mayor Alex Nuttall's mind. For more on that, let's go ahead to CTV's Jack Morris. He joins us live tonight with more on what we can expect from tonight's discussions. Jack.
Well, Sarah, Nuttall says the city isn't getting the bang for its buck for the money it's sending to the county of Simcoe, and that number is set to increase by $2 million next year. That represents 0.65% of their proposed tax increase. Nuttall says the city is being shortchanged on dealing with homelessness, support for children, and long-term care. Council is looking at an overall tax increase of 4.8%. About 2% of that is police, but Nuttall is focused on what the city gets from the county of Simcoe. He says Barrie pays as much as any other community in the region for assisted living beds, but there are no county nursing homes in the city. There are about 500 county long-term care beds. Only 30 are being used for people from Barrie, despite the city making up near half the county's population.
Well, it's not right. You know, people of Barrie, we take care of ourselves. We said this all the time, right? Like, we want to be a city that's caring and compassionate, that takes care of our people. We can't take care of our people even though we're spending the money to do so, because those dollars are being taken out of Barrie, spent somewhere else, and then providing beds to those who aren't from Barrie, maybe throughout the county, but they're not from Barrie. So we just need to have a fair shake on this.
Nuttall says that Barrie should have its own County of Simcoe nursing home. He also plans to call tonight for staff to negotiate a new service agreement with County of Simcoe officials, one that he says will better account for the money that the city spends and the services they get in return. Sarah.
All right, and as always, you will be listening into tonight's meeting and give us an update at 11. Thanks for that, Jack. And a man who pleaded guilty to the 2023 stabbing death of Fabian Crawford outside his Romero Township home is going to prison. CTV's Mike Arcelides breaks down the sentence.
Ruth Perry left the Barrie courthouse angered. Her son's killer will be out of prison in 4 years.
They got more compassion for the criminal than they do the victim and their families. Just a sad world we live in, I'll tell you.
Her son, Fabian Crawford, died 2 years ago on his property in Romero Township, stabbed by this man, Christopher Scully, following a fist fight when Scully pulled out a knife, stabbing Crawford once in the abdomen, piercing his liver. The court heard Crawford died in his partner's arms and Scully was arrested shortly after police arrived. Scully was initially charged with second-degree murder, but pleaded guilty to manslaughter in July. Crawford was 48 and a father of 2 girls. His family still can't believe he's gone, taken by such a senseless act.
He was a great son. He was a great dad. And he was a hard worker. He loved his children, and it's just sad that he'll never see them grow up, never see them graduate, get married, have children. He'll never be a grandfather.
Justice Michelle first sentenced Scully to 7.5 years in prison, less time served in pre-sentence custody. Now 56, Scully was credited with 3 years behind bars, meaning he has about 4 years and 5 months left to serve. The Crown sought an 8-year sentence, while the defense asked for 5 years less time served. Lawyer Chris Hansen told the court Scully suffered a concussion and his brain injury affected his thinking that day. Justice First didn't buy it, saying there was no evidence presented to the court Scully's concussion impacted his cognitive functioning the way the defense asserted. The judge said Scully had the presence of mind to hide the 6-inch hunting knife he used to kill Crawford and toss another knife he had on him. Crawford and Scully, the court heard, got into an argument over a truck on Crawford's property Scully was supposed to fix and hadn't for months. Crawford's loved ones said justice hasn't been served as they mark a third Christmas without him.
They haven't even done Christmas this year. There's no decorations, no nothing. He gets out in 4 years. My son can never, ever come back.
Upon his release from custody, Scully will be banned from having weapons on him for life. Mike Arsleedy, CTV News, Barrie.
Travelers are breathing a sigh of relief today after Air Transat reached a tentative deal with its pilots union late yesterday. It comes after a year of talks with the union pushing for similar gains made by Air Canada and WestJet pilots in recent years. The terms of the deal have not been released and it still needs to be ratified. Air Transat says it is working to fully restore operations after numerous flights were canceled yesterday in anticipation of a possible strike. We now know the Bank of Canada is keeping its key interest rate at 2.25%. The central bank said this morning that the economy grew a strong 2.26% in the third quarter. It forecasts that continued economic slack will offset cost pressures from trade changes, helping keep inflation near its 2% target. Now, with that bank rate, the state of the economy, and rising financial pressures, what worries Canadians the most? CTV News has the answers straight from a new Nanos poll. Our Annie Bergeron-Oliver digs into the numbers for us.
The malls may be busy, but this year many Canadians are focused less on presents and more on presents.
Me and all my friends make gifts for each other, and I feel like that makes it so much more lasting, and it's not like a cost worry thing in the holidays.
This holiday season, economic anxiety is high. According to a new Nanos report, 42% of people rank grocery prices as their top financial concern. 17% say their biggest concern is personal debt. 16% housing costs, 8% job security, and just 8% say they have no financial concerns.
You roll all that stuff up, and it's interesting, just paying for the groceries being the top concern that people think that they're going to have when it comes to 2026. So it's pretty basic.
The financial stress being tied to uncertainty around tariffs and the high cost of living.
If it was me, we'd be vegetarian, but I have good Canadian hockey players. They like their meat, milk, and cereal.
And for those wishing for prices to come down, the Bank of Canada says that would actually be bad news.
If we were to try to push the whole price level down, that would cause a severe recession in Canada. Nobody wants that.
So what can Canadians do to help their financial future? Experts say try tracking where money is coming in and going out.
Some lifestyles aren't sustainable anymore. The things have just gotten really expensive. So what you want to do with those big purchases, I think, is either avoid them or delay them or partition them. And maybe that's the best way to go.
Overall, inflation is expected to remain steady next year, with the Bank of Canada expecting it to hover around 2%. Annie Bergeron-Oliver, CTV News, Ottawa.
The Canadian Forces Snowbirds are out with a look at the 2026 air show season, and they're coming to Barrie. Members from the Army, Navy, and Air Force, as well as National Defence staff, will take to the sky above the city on June 13th and 14th, one of the many communities that it will visit across the country. It'll be a milestone year for the team, marking 55 seasons since the first flight back in 1971. Also taking flight, our Toy Mountain donation collection, with the community consistently coming together to drop off gifts for families in need, stays right here in our community. Let's go ahead and say good evening to Luke. He joins us live tonight with more. Hi, Luke. Nice festive looking hat there. A vintage throwback to one of the original Toy Mountains.
Yes, Sarah, good evening to you. Not as great as what KC has on his head today. We are insanely jealous, and I'm taking notes. So we'll see if we can improve on that throughout the Toy Mountain campaign. And yes, we are here in Barrie this evening, outside of Puro Clean on Hamilton Road, accepting donations once again. We are here along with our radio partners as well, Bounce 104.1 and Pure Country 106. We are looking forward to seeing everyone here. Of course, with the weather the way it's been, we are hoping hoping that you are safe. And if you can make it out tonight, please come on out and say hi. But if you can't, we will see you at our stations or at one of our next lives, of course, throughout the next 10 days. So make sure you do check our website to see those next dates. Of course, the toys collected here are going towards helping us build that toy mountain and helping families in need, of course, through Simcoe Muskoka Family Connections. So very excited for that. Now, you're going to want to stay tuned throughout the show. We are going to continue to be live on scene here until 7 o'clock, taking in donations, some special interviews on the way, and of course, wouldn't be possible without our title sponsor, Access Storage, as well. So they are here to collect and drop them off the Simcoe Muskoka Family Connections. We cannot wait to see you tonight. For now, though, we are here bracing the cold weather, Sarah, and we'll send it back inside to you.
All right, you go have fun with KC. We'll see the two of you a little later in the show. But on the other side of the break, brightening every table this holiday season. This group right here braved the weather today to put together the perfect centerpiece, plus the highlights and the low moments that influenced the 175-year history of Essa Township, and it's all found in a new book. Details next here on CTV Barrie. Thanks for staying with us. The Township of Essa is marking its 175th anniversary, and the celebration starts with a book. Veteran journalist John Bisher is behind a new 24-page tribute to the community, packed with stories that shaped Essa's proud and distinct identity. The book highlights the good, the bad, and the moments that will influence its future, plus fun facts including how Essa was named.
It's a lovely combination of small towns and hamlets. There are 10 hamlets throughout the township, all of which in the last 25 years have started to grow, develop considerably, both from a business and a residential point of view, and we see that as very, very positive.
You can pick up your free copy of the Happy 175th Anniversary Essa Township book at Essa libraries and local grocery stores. Creative juices were flowing in Barrie today as budding artists pieced together florals and decor to create a festive centerpiece arrangement fit to brighten any holiday table.
Carnations, mums, chrysanthemums.
Now it's going to start getting wild.
This is eucalyptus.
Love flower arranging. The city hosted this workshop for people age 55 and up, inviting them to gather at Allendale Recreation Centre, fill the room with cheer and, of course, craft together. Just a simple way to bring the community together for a little festive fun.
We're getting ready for the holidays, and what better way than to create something beautiful for our homes or to give as a gift. And we're just having fun. We're being creative, getting out of the winter weather and enjoying some time together.
We have some artificial, some real, and everything just seems to work together. I'm going to take it home and put it on my table.
This is just one of many seasonal activities on the city's calendar. Next week, on December 15th, there will be a Holiday Lights bus tour taking residents around the streets to see different festive displays. Everyone can experience the joy of generosity because everyone has something to give, and today it was our time.
There's still time to donate.
That's me and one of the younger volunteers. She's trying to get her high school hours. Love to see that at the Christmas Cheer Warehouse. Our CTV and Bell Media crew teamed up with the other volunteers to help sort food and toys that will be handed out in a few days to families across the region. Now, on top of that, Barrie and District Christmas Cheer also supports 17 other local charities. Close to 5,000 people rely on the local charity around the holiday season. Now, looking ahead to the weekend, there is plenty happening. So for that, let's go to Bounce 104 morning show host Martin Van Coy with your weekend event listings.
Hi, I'm Martin Van Coy for Bounce Radio, and these are your weekend events for Pure Country 106 and Bounce 104.1. Kicking things off this weekend, we have a free Festive Family Movie Day on Saturday at the Aurelia Opera House. You can catch Elf at 3 o'clock and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 7. Admission is free, plus there's going to be free popcorn and holiday activities. You can also bring a non-perishable food item to support the sharing place. You can reserve your tickets at aureliaoperahouse.ca. From lights, camera, action to, well, just lights, Anton Mills is lighting up the night on Saturday with Christmas in the Village. The fun starts at 5 p.m. at the Anton Mills Community Center, and Santa will be lighting the tree at 7 o'clock. It's a great way to celebrate the season with family and friends. You can get more details and see what else is happening in Springwater at springwater.ca/holiday events 2025. Moving along, are you feeling competitive? If so, Barrie is hosting the Canadian Cloth Circuit Dodgeball Tournament this weekend. It's this Saturday at Peggy Hill Community Center and Sunday at Bayfield Community Center, both from 9 to 3 p.m. That's right, 2 days of dodgeball action. Teams from across Canada will battle for a spot in the 2026 championship. Don't miss the action, and you can learn more at dodgeballhub.com. And yes, that is a real website. And lastly, CTV's Toy Mountain continues to help local families this holiday season. You can drop off new unwrapped toys this Thursday at Canadian Tire in Bradford. Baby items and hygiene products are especially needed this year. And don't forget about those teens. It's not just kids looking for teddy bears. Toy Mountain is sponsored by Access Storage, and you can find more details at ctvnews.ca/Barrie. Those are your weekend events for Bounce 104.1 and Pure Country 106.
Now, speaking of our Toy Mountain, there's no shortage of festive fun found right here in Barrie tonight. Let's head back to the team as they collect donations on this snowy night. Hiya, Luke. Who have you got with you?
Hello, Sarah. Yeah, we are making the best out of a snowy situation here in Barrie. We're having a blast collecting toys for Toy Mountain, and of course, we are here with Hero Clean right here in Barrie. We're joined by managing partner Jeff Disher this evening once again. And Jeff, I just want to start with let's talk about why you wanted to do this.
Well, I have young kids at home. You can see them in the background helping bringing toys, and I really couldn't imagine what it would be like to have a family and not to be able to provide a Christmas for my family. And my heart really goes out to the people that are in that situation, and we wanted to give back as much as we could.
How important is it, like you said, you have 3 young kids. How important is it to show them how important this is and to give back when you can?
Well, it's super important to show them the gift of giving in the holiday season. It's really hard for them to understand that there are families out there that don't have. And, this is the perfect opportunity to be able to show them that it is always good to share, give back to people that don't have, and it's just great for the community in general.
One final question for you. Such a great initiative here. So many gifts being donated tonight that were donated right to Pearl Clean. What's it like seeing people come in with gifts?
It's wonderful to see people come in. I mean, everyone that's come into our office has been super happy to donate, wonderful to give back to the community, and it's just great to see. So.
All right, Jeff. Well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Your kids are hard at work. They're doing a great job tonight, bringing out the toys that are going right into the Access Storage van, of course, as well, Sarah. So a great initiative here. We're battling the snow, and of course, we're going to be here till 7 p.m. So if it is safe and you are willing to do so, come on out. Come say hi to Jeff, myself, along with our radio partners. We'll be here all night.
Love that. Start them out young. Now, familiar faces from the Barrie Legion will be showing support for the community once again, as they often do. That'll be in just a few moments live here on CTV. But right now, let's check back in with Case.
Weather watches and warnings across the region, anywhere from 2 to 50 centimeters of snow over the next 24 hours. And our weather watcher, Artis London, says, oh, Christmas tree, how snowy are your branches. So true. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Next week on CTV Barrie. What's behind the chain link fence?
It was a recipe for disaster.
Who will listen to the calls from those who cannot speak?
What we see in those facilities stays with you forever.
A new beginning, profound hope, and a call to action.
The whole story is so much more.
Eyes in the darkness, the hidden cost of roadside zoos. All next week on CTV News Barrie.
Picture this.
Brought to you by Bounce 1041 and Pure Country 106.
Lights, decor, festive displays. If it brightens up your life and, quite frankly, everyone around you, please snap that photo and email it to us. Picture this at ctv.ca. Someone who is always sure to brighten up our night, of course, is our, oh yes, Casey Colby. Let's head back out to Case. I understand the snow is continuing to fall, Case.
You are correct, Sarah, as I wave back to you. The snow is coming down. We're just trying to keep warm. That's what we're trying to do. And yes, we are having a good time here at Pure Clean, all for Toy Mountain, collecting toys. It's a lively place, I might add. And lively, well, that describes the weather too, doesn't it? Let's get right into it and take a look at the temperature right now, just outside your glorious residence, wherever it happen to be. We're going to throw in the wind chill, too, and how about minus 12 with the wind chill right now here in Barrie? How about minus 13 in Gravenhurst, feeling like minus 10 in Newmarket, minus 10 in Alliston, and minus 11 in Mount Forest. Say, could you bring up the almanac for me, please? And here it comes, the almanac for today. Minus 1, minus 2. We didn't really go anywhere, did we? No, we did not. A record high on this day. We're going back a piece. 12.2 degrees in 1879. And call it minus 28.9 in 1880. Okay, sure. And sunrise, sunset, grand total of 8 hours and 54 minutes of daylight. Adam, roll that forecast radar for me. Here it comes. And as we, no surprises, snow in the area? Yes, there is. How about tomorrow? Well, how about a little bit more snow? Yes, we're still dealing with that Alberta Clipper, and we've got fresh snow for you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. This is the southern tip of Lake Simcoe. Georgian Bay, 5 to 10 centimeters for some this evening, 10 to 15 for others. We're thinking 5 to 10 around the Owen Sound area, 10 to 15 everywhere else, minus 19. The wind chill this evening, and then for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies. Is there a smidget of sunshine to be had? Perhaps a smidget, but not more, because 20 to 30 centimeters of snow once that Mother Nature snowmaking machine gets going. 20 to 30 centimeters of snow expected, so plan accordingly, ladies and gentlemen. Another snow day, perhaps for the kid, perhaps. This is Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, minus 10, minus 11 overnight, cloudy flurries. Just a dusting, though, a little bit, well, maybe more than a dusting, 2 centimeters. And then for tomorrow, well, how about an additional 10 to 20 centimeters of snow? Eventually it comes down. Sun, cloud are playing peekaboo for part of the day, and only a 30% chance of some snow in Orangeville. But then 10 to 20 centimeters of snow. It's looking like it's going to come down in our central, make that the southern part of our viewing area. This is Perry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Halliburton, where we're looking at overnight temperatures feeling like minus 21 with the wind chill. Cloudy. There is a 60%, make that a 40% chance of snow this evening. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies is what we're looking at. Minus 8, minus 11. But into the afternoon, the winds kick up, feeling like minus 24 with the wind chill. That's tonight and tomorrow. Now, time for the Diamond and Diamond Lawyers 5-day extended forecast, and it looks like this starting in Simcoe County, and here we go. Friday, heading into the week. Minus 3, minus 4 for the high. How about 60% chance of flurry activity again on the Sunday, minus 8. And then 60% chance of flurries.
The joys of technology. I'll jump in for a case while we work to get back that signal. We're looking at our 5-day forecast. York region, you see that snow continuing through Thursday right into Friday. Temperatures dropping to minus 3 on Friday, overnight minus 7. Then we are in for a chilly start to the weekend, minus 4, minus 10 overnight, minus 6 on that Sunday as the snow continues to fall. And then into Monday, still looking at temperatures well below 0. Rounding out with Muskoka, Parry Sound, and Halliburton, there is some reprieve from the snow, just slightly across Thursday and Friday, but still very chilly with daytime highs of -8 and -5, dropping well into the teens overnight. Then on Saturday, it's going to be clouds in the sky with the snow coming right back, high of -6, and then overnight, dangerously cold. A reminder that the warming centers are open, -14, -16 overnight, and then that snow will continue into the next work week. Now, once again, you may have noticed that our newsroom is brightened by beautiful poinsettias. So thank you to Zayres on Bayfield Street here in Barrie for providing the festive plants. Now, we talk about it a lot, the mountain of toys. It's growing for our campaign this year. But of course, that doesn't happen without all of the love from the community. Luke is standing by. Let's go ahead and see if we can head back there. Hi, Luke. I love to see people coming out tonight despite the weather.
Yeah, Sarah, we absolutely love it. We've seen so many people come by the snow, and of course, if it's safe to do so, come on by, say hi to myself. Casey, Bounce 1041 is also here again at Pure Clean, and we had a very special organization drop by this evening. We're going to bring in Fern right now from the Peacekeepers as well as the Barrie Legion. Fern, I'm going to give you the floor because you made a very special donation today.
Yes, we did. Every year we do special events throughout the year, and leading up to today for the kids Toy Mountain. It's very important for us to do that to get to the community, and so you'll see we're wearing our blue berets or blue hats to representing the Peacekeepers, and that's what this is all about. And I also have a donation of a check for on top of all that for another $500 for Toy Mountain as well.
Yeah, Labs, thank you so much. And of course, the guys are going to start loading these toys up right now into our access storage van. Why is it so important to make sure that everyone has an important Christmas during this holiday season?
You know, we love children, we love kids, right? And when we serve in the Middle East, it's to help the people there, the kids especially, when they don't have what we have. And so we have here in our own country people who need help like this, and a lot of kids don't have what a lot of other kids have, and that's the toys or something under the tree. Anything under a tree would be nice. And so it's important to us to be able to do that. So we started this, one of my guys named Mike Mahalis, it was his passion to help kids. He just loves kids. And so we started that years ago, and we continue the process until today. And we're not going to stop. We'll keep on doing that for as long as we can.
It's amazing to see, and for those at home, the Peacekeepers, well, they showed up in about 5 different vehicles, full to the brim of toys. It's so important. Fern, is there anything else you'd like to add tonight before we go?
Well, actually, I said, the more the merrier. If you come out here with some toys to help with the kids, please come on out and do so. And we're also helping the food bank as well, because we dropped off 110 pounds worth of food, plus I have another $500 for them as well. So that's what this is all about. This is the time of year to give. Let's be generous. Let's enjoy.
Awesome, Fern. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, or this evening, sorry. We really appreciate your time. And of course, we're continuing to build our Toy Mountain here at Pure Clean. We are here until 7 p.m. So if it is safe to do so, come on by. Say hi to myself, Casey Colby, Peacekeepers, Legion, Pure Clean. We're all here keeping warm and having a good time. Sarah, we'll send it back to you.
Still to come here on CTV, a local hardware store worker just hit the jackpot. We'll tell you what they plan to spend the cash on. Plus, we'll recap today's heavy snowfall and your other top stories of the day. Do stay with us. Recapping our top stories, Christopher Scully has been sentenced to 4 years in prison for fatally stabbing Fabian Crawford 2 years ago in Romero Township. The Barrie-Oromadante Springwater Boundary Adjustment Act was passed in Queen's Park on Tuesday. Bill 76 will see Barrie take over land from neighboring townships for future growth. All 3 mayors are in agreement. Our region is under a weather alert due to heavy snowfall once again, with another 30 centimeters expected tomorrow. School buses were canceled across Simcoe County today, and plows are out working to clear and salt roadways. Now, despite the weather, CTV's Toy Mountain campaign is in full swing tonight, reminding us once again just how connected our community is. Let's check back in with Luke. He is there with Steph. Give her a squeeze for me, Luke. I just love seeing Steph and Martin out in the community. They're such bright lights.
Yeah, Sarah, well, Steph is here. She's braving the cold with the rest of us, the snow as well. Lots of stuff going on here behind us as well as we continue to load up the access storage van. Now, Steph, I want to bring you in real quick just because to talk about, we've seen a lot of kids tonight come and drop off toys, and it just makes the Toy Mountain campaign so much more special when these children are going and picking their own toys just to donate them.
Yeah, it's been really cool to chat with some families and hear that they actually brought them to the store and had them choose toys that they would have loved to have found under the tree, but they're actually donating them and kind of teaching them that lesson of like, actually, yeah, you have a lot of things, but we can give. Out of our abundance, we can give. So to other people. So it's been cool to hear the stories of children learning, and then of course they're going to grow up to be adults that are generous as well. So such an important lesson, and so great to see the whole community come together for Toy Mountain.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. You know, it's freezing outside. It is absolutely freezing outside, yet here we are. Our hearts are warm. It makes it a whole new meaning, really, to the Toy Mountain campaign, where we can see children, young children, families coming out, continuing to donate. Sarah, the access storage truck is almost full. There's still a little bit of room left if you want to make your way down here before 7 p.m. and we can continue to load up the access storage van full of toys. We're here with the Legion. We're here with the Peacekeepers. We're here with PureClean. We are here with everyone as we continue to make our way to build that mountain of toys. Sarah, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to say it right now. We are continuing to build up that toy mountain right here at PureClean, and we'll send it back inside the studio.
Turning now to our markets, Canada's main stock index nudged upwards in late morning trading, while south of the border saw mixed numbers. Let's take a look at where the markets closed at the end of the day. The TSX was up 246 points, the Dow was up 497, and the Nasdaq was up 77. In commodities, oil was up, closing at $58.46 a barrel. Gold was down, finishing at $4,224 an ounce, and our dollar was up, ending the day at 72.28 cents U.S. How about this? A Barrie hardware store worker is now $100,000 richer. 72-year-old Stephen Arnott won the OLG's poker lotto draw and has been keeping the news to himself for a few days, just letting it all sink in. He says his first purchase is going to be a pair of heated gloves, and the rest will be saved for a rainy day. Congrats. Still to come, Casey and Luke will leave us with a special message here on CTV Barrie. Plus, we're live once again tomorrow night. We'll let you know where you can come and meet the team. And if you can, drop off a donation. Details next. Here's a look at your primetime lineup. Our CTV2 movie is Red One, and it starts at 8, followed by CTV News Barrie at 11. Welcome back. Let's not waste any time. We'll get right back to Luke and Casey, who you certainly can't miss tonight.
Yes, you can't miss us. You can't miss us. We're here for PureClean. Everyone say, drive safely, everyone. Watch out for reindeer. Yes, we are here. And Luke, where are we tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we're actually going to be in Canadian Tire in Bradford tomorrow, so we're very excited for that. Once again, just a great thank you to everybody who came out to PureClean tonight, along with the Legion, their massive donation, PureClean with their massive donation as well. It's fantastic to see the community coming together, especially around the holidays.
We're going to do the Get Up and Go forecast together, and then we're going to throw back to Sarah.
Okay.
Luke, let's do the Get Up and Go. Ready?
Let's get it. Yep, let's go.
Here we're turning, and now we're looking at the Get Up and Go first thing tomorrow morning. It's looking like a few flurries, and what's the temperature in Barrie?
-10.
And it looks like a few flurries. And what's the temperature in Newmarket, Luke?
-9.
And no flurries. Oh, we're going to turn this way now. And no flurries. And we're looking at sun and cloud. And what's the temperature?
Oh my gosh, -13?
-13. That's what we're looking at. So brisky and more snow on the way again tomorrow. And it's a very special evening. And what's that you've got in your hand?
Yeah, I got a very special gift for Sarah Freemark. No one knows where it came from. No one knows who it's from. So
very good. That's enough for me. Sarah, we're bringing it back. Stand by. From PureClean, sending back Sarah in the newsroom. Go!
Does it at least have a note? Are we sure that that's safe? Gosh, we will update you tomorrow. Now, as Luke mentioned, we will be at Bradford. So here's a few more details. Or in Bradford tomorrow. Here are a few more details. We'll be at Canadian Tire. That's 430 Holland Street West from 4 till 7, of course, for our Toy Mountain campaign. We'll be with South Simcoe Police and the Bradford Helping Hands Food Bank. So come on out, drop a toy off, say hello to the CTV team. Our friends from Pure Country 106 and Bounce 104 are sure to be on site as well. So please do help us continue to spread that holiday magic. I'm Sarah Freemark. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Jack will wrap things up at 11. Do take care out there. Good night.